Relax. We are safe here.
So that was the end of the main quest, but there are some more quests to be done. Map updated. Started. Ambriel's Amulet. Dear Ambriel, it seems sometimes you're just unlucky. I was able to locate the Your Mother's Necklace amulet. Sorry, but I had not opportunity to retrieve it. Oof. It's okay. I can't even read, so it's okay. She had lost this magical amulet during an expedition at High Gate Ruins. It is indeed a powerful amulet, and I believe it will prove useful in your battles. Be careful, though. That place is filled with danger. Perhaps you should find someone to assist you. May the Nine protect you. Sanctuaria. For all I know, that note was already here before, and I just didn't notice it.
What troubles you, darling?
Any thoughts?
A sweet roll is the perfect type of a perfect pleasure. It is exquisite, and it leaves one unsatisfied.
Unsatisfied? It leaves me satisfied. It leaves me plenty satisfied. Those things are heavy. I made them. They're dense. You only need one, and even one is a full meal in itself. Ooh, is this my only dialogue option? It is. You should pay more attention or you won't fit in your armor anymore. Tease.
Ah!
Oh.
You don't want to spend the night alone, do you?
I deserved that. I deserved that.
Hello, my dear.
Well, you know. On a serious note, I found that note about your mother amulet. I will help you to find it.
I would be very grateful for your help. Together, we can find it. This object would be of great help.
It is a pleasure for me. Let us go.
I'm ready if you are.
Is it just me or is the writing in this quest a little bit more wonky than the writing in the rest of the mod? Like, specifically this quest so far seems a little wonkier. I don't know if it's just me. Also, we're gonna just toggle off Ambriel's current location, because that's just an option you have. Just, why not? I've also been having a slight glitch with my loading screens. Where sometimes my loading screens will freeze, but then I'll wait 5 seconds and it loads properly. But I haven't had this issue before, and it only started after installing this mod. Installing this mod, playing through the main story, exiting the game to see if there was more content, seeing there was more content, and then when I opened my game up again, that's when I started having this issue. So it's a thing of, it's very possible that that and the stuttering I've been having is unrelated and is just a coincidence, but it didn't start until after I installed this mod, so that's the only thing that I wanted to note. Also, I didn't have any issues with glitches or bugs or crashing. The only bug, I guess, would be when she left and just got naked. If you want to call that a bug. I guess that's a bug. I saw other people say that they had...
I'm almost out of arrows. We should get some new projectiles soon.
That they had a lot of crashes and stuff, but I didn't, so... Maybe instead of crashes, I'm just getting the weird kind of like game lockups and the weird issues with the loading screens now. But I'm not sure. It's the only mod I have installed that I didn't have installed before, so I don't know. But someone came through and killed all of these Draugr.
These creatures should be dead and remain dead.
They'll remain dead, I'm pretty sure. We just need to figure out what's going on here. Oh, this Draugr's alive.
Time to do or die.
What sword is that, and why is he not holding it properly? Mighty Steel Greatsword. Might have to turn off the weapon pack that I have. I turned on a weapon pack mod, and I like it, but sometimes it just doesn't necessarily... well, it works fine. It's just the thing like, oh, these models look a little weird sometimes. Oh, he's dead. He's real dead.
I don't have healing potions anymore. Could I please have some?
You have magic. You have magic, I have magic, just just magic, you know?
The heavy armor suits you very well, my sweetheart.
What are you trying to say? You trying to say I look better in layers? Because it's true, I do. I agree. That's not an insult. I will take that as a compliment, because I agree. Oh! Oh, the Thalmor are here! Oh, the Thalmor are here indeed. I was wondering what was going on. I saw people fighting, and I was really curious. Oh, that's Ambriel's Draugr. Sorry. Vokun, you're going down. Apparently, you have the amulet. I don't know why you have the amulet, but I'm here to take it.
If you're not afraid...
Amulet of the Nine. You are able to move more quietly, and opponents that get too close take 5 points of poison damage per second. Damn, and it weighs nothing. Did you bring him back to life? Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
Yes, love?
Here it is. Your mother's amulet. Take it.
Well, thank you, my love. That's very nice.
I like to think that if you don't choose the romance option, that she's still rude to you. So you give her the amulet, she's like, yeah, give it here, fucker. And I'm like, oh, okay. It's probably not that hostile, but I think that would be funny.
Forever. And now, we share our lives.
I like that every now and then. She's like, oh yeah, I really, really love you. And that just makes her happy. I'm alright with that. That's okay in my book. Alright. And I believe there's a couple more quests, or at least there should be one more. For that one, we might need to wait for a courier, so let's head back to town, and we'll see if it comes up. Alright, had to load a little bit of a save a little further back, but I think I know how to get on with the final quest in this mod. So he's sitting on the Helmet of Darkness, and I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to take that. The reason I didn't get a chance to grab it before is after you have the conversation with him, she starts to glow, and then we immediately get teleported out of here. So I didn't have a chance to grab it because I just went through with the conversation. Now that I have it, now that they can go on with the conversation and we'll get teleported out of here, I'll have the helmet, and hopefully that is all I need to start the quest. But that also means I need to redo the final set of dialogue from her and get the amulet again. So let me just quickly do that off screen, and then we will hopefully be ready to go. Alright, we have the amulet again.
Hello, my dear.
Any thoughts?
A sweet roll is the perfect type of a perfect pleasure. It is exquisite, and it leaves one unsatisfied. See you.
Alright, we're back. We have the amulet again, so we're all set to go, I think.
Yes, my dear?
Ambriel, we must talk about something.
If you wish.
This will be our new home.
If you wish.
Alright. Yeah, you can set your home with her if you have the romance option. There is no marriage, and I don't think the mod author plans on adding any. How do you feel? You look very happy.
I feel very happy.
Well, that's good. So, do I just have to put the helmet on? Alteration spells cost 10% less to cast. Conjuration spells cost 10% less to cast. Destruction spells cost 10% less to cast. Illusion spells cost 10% less to cast. Restoration spells cost 10% less to cast. Well, here I am. Darth George. How do I look? Is she gonna be offended that I'm wearing this?
What troubles you, darling?
Okay, well, she's not offended at all that I'm wearing this, and then
Okay, honey.
it could definitely be seen as, oh, you're kind of making fun of her brother right now. But no. Does something just happen over time then? I'm not sure. Hot milk added. Alright. Oh, well, it's not in food. It's under potions. Resist 40% of frost damage for 300 seconds. I think you give that to her in case she keeps on going, brr, I'm cold. Brr.
Hello, my dear.
Hello. Oh, and the game's stuttering again. What if I give her the helmet? I feel like that's a bad idea, though.
Until next time.
I'm gonna hold on to the helmet for a little bit, and I'm gonna see if anything happens. Because I'm pretty sure this is what I need for the quest. If it's even a quest, or if it's just something that kind of happens in the background. I was just looking online to see if I missed any quests, and this seems to be the only thing left. Just something to do with the helmet. But even then, there's not much information online about it, it would seem. So I have a new glitch in my game. Some people just don't have feet. Like, I noticed it on a couple NPCs, and I've never had this bug before.
The clothing is poor and shabby. I'm glad that I didn't have to wear it.
Also, it makes her feet invisible. Yeah, it was her and someone else who had invisible feet. I don't know what's going on. Is my game just slowly committing suicide? Yeah. You too, huh?
Evgir Onstad has come at last. The season unending. War without end.
I have no idea what's going on anymore. Okay, so I have been walking around for a while now. I looked up a couple things, and I don't know
What
if the
troubles
helmet
you,
quest is even in the special edition version of the mod. Because I looked it up, and apparently there is supposed to be a... if I can find it real quick. There's supposed to be a quest in here somewhere. Let me see if I can show where it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be here. It's supposed to be Ambriel 35 helmet, or something similar to that. And I can't find any references to it. The only thing I can find in relation to the helmet is the armor item itself. All the references I've seen, or the mentions I've seen of the helmet quest, seem to be in the edition for Skyrim Classic, the 2011 version of Skyrim, not the special edition version of Skyrim. So it might be that the mod author just took it out for special edition, because even everything I've seen about the helmet quest on the classic edition of Skyrim, it's people asking what the hell do I do because they're confused, and it just doesn't seem to be working for them. So I guess that's that. That's going to be the end of it. Then I have the helmet, and it turned out not to have anything to do with any quests or anything. It's just kind of a thing that you can get. But from what I've seen, I almost kind of prefer that. Because... so the helmet quest involves Sithis forcing you to kill people. Forcing you to kill certain NPCs. And
I love the nature. Look at all these nice flowers.
while cool, I can see how that could get annoying. I was going to show it off just for the sake of going through it and showing off that content, but I'm kind of glad that I'm not going to be forced to kill people with Sithis in my head. But that is going to be all then. Thanks for watching Ambriel the Lost Princess here on Skyrim Saturday. There are things I really liked about this mod, and obviously quite a few things that I wasn't really crazy about. Voice acting in the mod is largely well done, most notably for Ambriel and for Talos. The length of the mod was good, it didn't really rush itself, but it didn't drag itself out either. Pacing can always be tricky with telling a story, and I think this mod had a pretty decent sense for it. As I mentioned throughout the playthrough, this is pretty much just Star Wars, right down to some of the lines and scenes being taken verbatim from the movies. I wouldn't call it a throwback or even an homage. To me, it's pretty much just Star Wars on the nose. It's practically plagiarism. That, and it kind of plays fast and loose with Elder Scrolls lore in a lot of ways. That's not to say it's bad, it's just not really my cup of tea. And that's coming from a huge Star Wars fan. I guess I want my Skyrim to be Skyrim and my Star Wars to be Star Wars. I'm not sitting here thinking, man, I really want these two to overlap. To me, the writing suffered from several cliches, such as having a villain who always appears out of nowhere but doesn't attack, and you don't really attack him either. The use of an Elder Scroll probably could have used a little bit more build-up. I mean, hey, we just casually found an Elder Scroll hanging out with a few vampires. It was this combination of just taking plot points from Star Wars and using very common TV and movie tropes that makes the writing in this mod feel really weird to me. I think that the romance wasn't overt or forced, it didn't feel tacked on, and most importantly, you had the option to turn it down in case you weren't interested. But that being said, it didn't feel like there was a whole lot of proper build up to it either. It just kinda happens out of nowhere. You know, kinda like Talos coming back to life because we believed hard enough in him. Ambriel as a character felt very hot and cold towards your character, which was why the romance seemed odd. Also, the whole corrupted by a demon thing came as a bit of a surprise and didn't feel like it added too much to the character or her story overall. I really liked the use of the approval and disposition system with Ambriel. My only critique would be that I would have liked to see it tweaked slightly. Currently, it feels like she loses disposition too often from things outside of your control. Being tired or cold when on her quests, or her being annoyed that you're in a vampire den when you have to be there for her quest anyway. Putting a block so that she doesn't lose disposition in her quest areas would be one way around this, or to even adjust the frequency in which you have her disposition trigger appear. Looking at the mod page, I've seen a lot of comments about people having bugs with this mod, and I personally didn't run into too many. My main gripe from a performance standpoint was that this mod caused my game to freeze up randomly, which I really haven't had in anything since Rigmore of Cyrodiil, which, well, that added Cyrodiil to the game. That's allowed to maybe cause a couple performance issues every now and then. The only other bug I had was when Ambriel went back to her house and just decided, hey, I'll get naked. Still, that's nothing game-breaking and didn't stop me from moving forward in the mod. Any mod where the quests go through and work smoothly gets a thumbs up from me. If I don't need to use console commands to move a quest along, I'm a happy camper. And finally, a shout out to Jeannie from MXR Plays. I heard that she might be starting up her own YouTube channel soon, and that's definitely something worth checking out. I've met her before, and she's just an incredibly nice and funny person. I'll see you guys next week with another mod here on Skyrim Saturday. Bye bye.